What is up, everybody? This is Brian with the Mustard and Mayo, and I have to admit that I have a problem. I have a problem with picking up old Toyotas. I don't know what my deal is, but I just can't seem to stop myself from it. So I figured I'd just walk around and show you my latest purchase. So this is now my 1995 Toyota 4Runner with the beloved 3.0 liter V6 that the internet seems to absolutely hate. But what's nice is this one has, of course, over 200,000 miles on it, but it has a complete stack of maintenance records, which I've dug through a little bit of, and it does include 3 timing belt and water pump jobs. So the previous owner actually owned this 4Runner since 1998, where he bought it locally as a lease vehicle. I guess it was maybe 2 or 3 years old when he bought it. He had it all the way up until about a week or so ago, and made contact with the dealership that I work at, wanting to sell it. And long story short, we made contact with each other. Dealership didn't want to have it here, so I was able to buy it for myself. So first, I'll point out the things that I like about this 4Runner. I love the gold color. It's just a typical, I don't think I'd have a gold car on anything new, but it's such an 80s and 90s thing. If it were brown, I wouldn't like it, but since it's that kind of a lighter gold color, it's just a very kind of 90s era car. Of course, I love the wheels. I have the same wheels on my Tacoma, my pickup. This one is a SR5, but it's had some appearance package stuff, which hasn't worn so good over time. It's got all the wood inlaid stuff on the dashboard. And yes, these were dealer add-on items. You can actually see right here the Toyota logo on this, what I'm guessing is fake wood from looking at how it's aged over time. But this is a manual transmission. You can see here's the 4-wheel drive system. We have cruise control. We have working AC. This even came with the CD player. Now, CD player doesn't work, but it doesn't matter because all that's going to get replaced anyway. This does have a working sunroof. This does have the luggage rack. This does have quite a lot of things going for it, realistically. But this right here is probably one of the main reasons why I wanted to buy this. This was all the paperwork that was given to me from the previous owner. So here's all of the owner's manuals and everything that was included when it was new. And if we look into here, this is a pretty nicely organized binder of every time this car has been serviced. Every time there was an oil change, you can see here in 2016 that a starter was replaced. And I can go all the way back to, let's see what the oldest record is here. What are we looking at here? This is not even a shop that's open locally anymore. There's a 2001. Where are we at here? I think we're going to have some of the paperwork from where it was bought. So this looks like the inspection from when the car was sold, and this goes back all the way to 1997, as we can see there. And what's really cool is I found in this binder, here is the original window sticker for this thing as well. We can see the fuel economy ratings, which, as we know, isn't great on these things, but that's not why you buy them. You can see here the out-the-door sticker price, $30,563. And as we look through here, we can see some of the accessories that were added: the sunroof and wind deflector. There's that wood grain dash kit. CD player was added. It's got the running boards, which are going to come off. The deluxe travel package, so it's got the hitch installed, the rear spoiler, the rear wind deflector, cargo area protector. I think that's been long gone now. But you can see all the different stuff that was added on when it was new. And with the way this is kind of cataloged in here, you can see here's the rest of the window sticker where it shows the options. You can see it's got the premium. The premium, SR5 here. There's the certified warranty from when he bought this thing brand new, and just all the paperwork for it. All right, so now let's go over the problems that this thing has and why I was probably able to get it so cheap. So as we can already tell, there is a significant amount of rust back here on the bumper, and you can see it is starting to bubble up here. It's getting kind of soft here on the fender, on the rear quarter panel, and the worst of it is probably right here in these door pockets, where you can see it's already kind of chewed through right there. Now, the good news is, as I've been all the way up underneath of this thing, and as we can kind of see here, the underside of the truck is actually in pretty good shape. There's no rust on the frame. The suspension joints are in pretty good shape. So there's nothing really that we've got to worry about right there. There's a couple little nicks and dings and scratches and stuff here and there. The rear window here is off track. The power window that goes down into the tailgate is off track. So that just needs to be kind of reset. Maybe a new regulator, worst case scenario. Again, here's some more rust over here. But realistically, that is going to come off. The whole rear bumper is going to come off. The running boards are going to come off. We can see that we've got a desperate need for new tires. We can kind of see here just how bald these things are. They're all cupped and stuff like that, so they're pretty trash. This thing actually rides pretty sketchy with it like this. So today we're actually going to be getting 4 brand new tires. These are 31-inch tires, and we're going to go with some 33s on there, which will fit on the factory wheels. And then the other thing that we've really just got to address is I've seen in the maintenance records where some leaks have been fixed, but I don't know what's been cleaned up or what hasn't been cleaned up, because the underneath of here just has a lot of moisture, oil on everything. I know for a fact that it's leaking power steering fluid, so I just got to figure out where that's leaking from. We can see it right up underneath of here, all this moisture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything pressure washed underneath of here, driving around, figure out exactly what's leaking, and then we'll kind of address that from here. The interior is actually in pretty good shape. I actually kind of like this color interior. You can see the hatch there. The sunroof, as I said earlier, is in good working order. This seat here is actually not in bad shape, just a little bit of wear on the bolsters. And then, of course, all these door cards, specifically on that side, have some wear on the grab handle there. But overall, not bad. Cracked dash, which I'm not too worried about. But a pretty solid 4Runner all around. It's got power windows. It's got a lot of features. It's got the factory installed window tint, if you want to call it that. It's really a dyed glass. But a pretty solid truck. And no check engine lights. Seems to be pretty good. Now, what are my plans for this 4Runner? Great question. I actually have no clue. I couldn't pass up the deal on this truck when I bought it. I only paid actually a few $100s for it, so pretty dang good deal for a good working 4-wheel drive Toyota with no check engine lights. Runs great, just needs a little bit of TLC. But it's tough because I already have my 86 Toyota pickup, which is kind of already doing my 4-wheel drive duties. So I got to figure out if I'm going to maybe keep this one and sell the truck, or if I'm going to sell the truck and keep this one, or if there's absolutely some way I can swing keeping both along with the rest of the crap that I have in my fleet. That would be wonderful, but I just don't think it's going to happen. This one I am kind of leaning more towards. So my current plans is we're getting new tires today. I'm going to get it legal and everything. I'm going to get this thing cleaned up because it needs a desperate washing. There's mold everywhere, and there's just kind of crap in the coin slots, just all kinds of cleanup that needs to happen. So I'll get it all cleaned up, drive around for a little bit. I'd like to actually take it off-road once, since I've already done that with the truck, and just kind of get a feel for how this is compared to the truck off-road. Then I'll make the decision on what I want to do. If I'm going to keep this, I'm definitely going to fix the rear suspension, because these always have a sag to it. So I'm at least going to lift the rear, or I might go with maybe a 4-inch lift. There's some options that are out there for me. So I'll kind of see what goes on with that. And this could be kind of like a cool summer vehicle with it having AC and room for the family. We could all go camping, or could all go four-wheeling, versus in the truck, it's really just me and one other person. It's pretty tight in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I'll keep you posted as I kind of, do the upgrades and such on this truck. As I maybe drive around a little bit, I'll kind of get some reviews on it. But as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.